Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Isabella and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today, or thank you for returning. Thank you for your support and abundance in love by being here with me today. This video is an my unwinding routine now that I'm in a completely different place, being back home in Mildura. So right now I'm actually sitting on my front lawn. That is the house that I grew up in, right behind me, and palm trees, been there since I was this high. So it's actually pretty cool being back here where I grew up, with a completely different perspective from, I guess, the last time I was here, being when I was 18. I left this town with completely different life goals, different morals, values, and self-worth, and I've returned here having overcome a lot of obstacles that were in my past that were impacting the present person that I am. So I'm here living as presently as I can every day, and it feels kind of amazing. It's really quite something else to be able to return to the home that you grew up in, feeling like you've grown into a better version of yourself, and therefore I'm able to appreciate being here and the intricacies of my home and just how delicate this place is to my being and my heart. There's a lot of, well, the foundations of who I am today were raised here, and quite a lot of the traumas that I experienced in my early life also happened here. So it's quite the it's quite abundant in emotional memories being here. But like I said, I've grown a lot since the last time that I lived here, and I'm able to really appreciate and feel grateful for my healing journey, being back in this space, viewing it as a place that I can continue to nourish my soul and my body and my mind and my journey. My new favorite time of day, around 8:20 at night, is when the sun sets here, and the view of my home changes quite a lot. It's a lot less, there's a lot more warmth and softness to all the colors and shapes of my property here. So it feels, I don't know, it's indescribably peaceful. I guess that's basically all that I need to say to introduce the video. I hope you enjoy. First things first is slipping into something comfy. So I've just chucked on a black singlet and a skirt that I wear around the house here. And then something I really enjoy doing after a day of work or a day of being outside for a while is just getting some micellar water and wiping off any excess dirt or makeup or anything that I've got on my face, just to give me a clean palette for the evening. Then I'll just hydrate with a face mist. This one has aloe vera in it and it smells really lovely, as you can tell. Sometimes I'll go in with a moisturizer if I'm feeling extra dry, but today I've clearly just gone with the mist, and then I'll pop something on my lips. I just use a non-fragrant pawpaw or Vaseline for my lips nowadays. Over time, I've become a really firm believer of the notion a clear space creates opportunity for a clear mind. And so this is a really big part of my day in general, but more specifically my unwinding routine. So I will like to come home and tidy my space, put things away, then really connect with all of my senses. So I'll set the lighting, I will put music on or have some sort of soothing, not too stimulating sound on, I will put my diffuser on, having some sort of scent happening, a bit of aromatherapy, just to really allow myself to reconnect with my senses, really realign with myself and slow down, and basically just take a really deep breath and pause from fast thinking and the day that's just happened, and just slow down and come back to the present moment as much as possible. And I find by doing this, I'm creating little micro moments to really be aware, to really appreciate and take in the smallest little things like scents, sounds, sights that make me feel calm. I mentioned earlier that my days never really follow a super strict routine. Like, there's not an exact order that things happen in, and they don't always even take place that much. So as you can see here, some days I will come home and I just get straight into bed and need a nap. There's other days that I'm coming home feeling like I want to stimulate my mind a little bit. So to nurture that desire, I might grab out the book that I've been reading at that time, or even jump on Duolingo and practice the language that I've been learning. Okay, a totally underrated mundane activity is debriefing at the end of the day with a friend, with a family member, with anyone, but just offloading or chatting about what happened in your day and getting that, just feeling like you've been listened to and got to share your thoughts and like feelings from your experience of the day, I think is like so special and makes me feel really heard. And not to mention, it's a really wonderful opportunity to indirectly let your friends know that you are there for them just by simply listening to them and hearing out their thoughts, being like an emotional wall that they can just bounce their thoughts off to, and, you know, validate your loved ones in a way. So in the background, I have been cooking up a storm. I cooked up a asparagus and chicken pesto pasta. The pesto sauce I bought from Aldi. It's tomato based. Steamed some asparagus and fried off some chicken that I seasoned and mixed it all together to make this delicious dish, which I like to serve as if I would be serving it to someone else, because why not? And here's a cool little moment that I spotted in the corner of my house. So something that I've been trying to do more often in my unwinding routine, or just in general, is to give thanks before I eat a meal. Thanks to the earth for the nutrients it provides for me, and also to not be multitasking, so not be on my phone or doing something else while I'm eating. Another little sweet moment of intimacy between me and this curtain and the wind. We've reached the most consistent and probably my most favorite element of my day, which is stepping outside and having a yoga session as the sun sets. I set my unwinding routine kind of around the sunset, because a big part of my unwinding routine now is having a yoga session and a meditation session with the sunset as it sets. So a part of the meditation is actually sitting and watching the sun set and the sky change colors and the earth go from bright to dark, and sitting with that and being patient. Just bringing my present awareness to that moment and really embracing gratitude for all that I am. Watching as the first star comes out at night in the same spot every day, which is something really cool that I've noticed since I've started this daily practice. My practice tends to be mostly intuitive, so wherever my body feels it needs attention and it needs nurturing, that is what I'll stretch. I don't have a very diverse vocabulary in terms of yoga positions. I mainly just do a variation of a sun salutation and different positions that I've committed to memory from classes that I've been to before, but they
kind of all come together to give my whole body a nice stretch. And I am someone that tends to lean a little bit more towards yin yoga, so slow movements, holding positions, and breathing for a set number of breaths with each position that I hold. I've been really loving floor work lately, so I've spent a lot of time in different holds on the floor, different back bends. Of course, Happy Baby is I think a fan favorite for a lot of people that practice yoga. It's just very whimsical and a bit playful. I practiced a position of child's pose earlier, and that just hits different. I swear, a good child's pose can really turn your whole day around. Always following my yoga session will be a shower and my skincare routine. So I tend to keep it pretty basic with my skincare. I'll just use a light cleanser. I've actually been doing skin cycling lately, which I've been really enjoying. I find that it keeps my skin really hydrated and glowy and pretty much breakout free even during period week, which is something pretty cool, I guess. And love to massage all of my products into my face. A couple of times a week I'll use massaging stone to really give my facial muscles some love. Then not forgetting the rest of my body too, which is something that I used to neglect quite a lot for a lot of my life. I never really moisturized my whole body. For me, I kind of left that and would only really moisturize my body when I was meeting up with someone. But that is a low vibrational activity, and we are loving ourselves a lot more tenderly now. Finally, before bed, instead of being on my phone, I like to read. It makes me a better tired.
It's me again. Thank you for watching this video if you're here to the end. I cannot express enough how grateful I am for the people that watch to the end, for the people that reach out to me about my videos, for the people that like and subscribe and support me in any way possible. It means the world to me, and it's the biggest form of encouragement that for me personally that I can get for pursuing this little creative project that I've got happening for the last year. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope your unwinding routine brings you peace and relaxes you into the night as you drift off to the dream world and rejuvenate mentally for a new day. And I hope you enjoyed today's video and maybe got some tips to add to your routine or create a routine. I will put a really big emphasis on how beneficial for my body, but also largely my mind as well. It's become a daily practice for me. Having an unwinding routine every night, or at most nights, or at least you stick to one thing that you do every day to help you get into the process of ready for bed instead of, doing a lot of activity and then trying to go to sleep. It's helped me to sleep better when I've got this routine happening. So I hope you got something out of it, and if not, I hope it was relaxing or somewhat entertaining. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night and a wonderful day tomorrow and the next day and the next month and the next year. Thank you, and love to you all.